I don't expect anybody to see this, but hi. Um, First time trying going live. Uh, so I hope everybody's having a good afternoon, a nice Saturday. Happy Catterday. That's why the door's closed. Lots of catters around here. Um, I have nothing to say. So I'm just going to get back to my stitching. My classes are, and eat my lunch. And if somebody shows up, that'll be fine too. So if anybody finds this, I am a visual arts, visual. I am a fiber arts student at a Alberta University of the Arts, and I have homework. So I am going to work on several things with this modern way of doing things. Having a YouTube channel is part of the all part of the process these days. You need to get out to see to your community. And since community is now considered international, that's where we go. So I might next time just shit, be playing World of Warcraft. You never know. And yes, grannies play. Wow. I guess it's considered an old fashioned game these days. So, yes, you can go back to school. It's really never too late. Even if it is something that you just wanted to do all your life, it's not wasted. You are worth it. So, mm, and yes, I am a fiber artist, which means this is an art. And you can get degrees in this. There's a place in England. It's absolutely wonderful from the look of it. And the classes are in Hampton Court Palace. And it looks absolutely marvelous. It's you study needlework of all sorts. Hmm. These are so good. They're bagged frozen dumplings. And I did them in the air fryer. And so they're just a little crispy around the edges. Oh. So the question is, are pierogies Chinese, Polish dumplings, uh, sort of like, are these little the gyoza type dumplings, are they just Oriental pierogi, or is that being too confusing? What is with everybody wrapping food in dough and cooking it? I mean, a great idea. It is a great idea, but how did we all come up with the same idea? Questions, questions. Let's try this. I was looking for hoisin sauce. Couldn't find any. Mm, hmm, interesting. Not as good, but interesting. Mm. So sound crazy, but what I came up with was Loganberry. Mm, mm. It's almost going to be nap time after this. Mm. We just got out of a Zoom call um, from Carfax on artists' taxes. Actually, a lot more interesting than you would think, especially for artists, because we don't think about all the things we can deduct. So I have a lot to think about. But when you think, you get hungry. Mm, mm. I think the Loganberry is better. It would have been best if it was hoisin sauce. Mm, yeah, nice snack. Mm. So this is for my studio. class. Um, I'm doing several embroideries, and there's a couple of pieces, and they're lace, a little bit of sewn needle lace with embroidery around the uh, around the patch in various bright colors. Um, might do more of this if I can get it. Okay, it's gonna just wash right the heck out. Um, it's just plain sewing stitch, the basic running stitch, but it's in a pattern. And to- hmm. Anyway, it is very um, much more effective in person. And I think I'll do more of this one and this one in more of a pattern darning. So these embroideries are on the subject of recycling. They are secondhand, and they happen to have holes in them when I got them. So this was a square, and I folded it and put a rather large embroidery over the holes. Still not finished it. We're going to be working on that. This mostly long stitches, a little back stitch, um, running stitch, stem stitch. Looks like it's Saturday anyway. Be right back. Oh, it's dogs. Miss Daisy, how you doing? Hello, Miss Yoshi. Okay, guys. Up, 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 up. Oh, I know. Out. Mm, a house full of cats and dogs. They're cute, but they are cute. And I'm back. Probably should have blurred the background. But anyway, other projects I have going on here today is oh, come here. This contraption is called an inkle loom, and it is for weaving narrow bands like this. And I am almost finished what's on here. This one's a slightly odd design. It's very wide and just awkwardly built. It takes a little bit of thinking about things to get the get warping done. But once done, it works quite well. Um, the band travels around so that there's only about this much, well, maybe this much. You got to be able to still work the, and that's as much waste as you get in the ends. And yeah, I'm happy to have this. It comes in handy also for holding my card weaving projects because I can get an awful lot of uh, um, uh, yarn warp. Let's put it that way, warp on here holds everything in place quite nicely. So yeah, you get this thing warped. One set of threads goes through these, which are string heddles. And for some reason, these are all uneven. And then the other ones go below. And to make what they call the shed, you either lift, which makes a hole so you can put your thread through, or you push down, which also, you know, so you can put your thread through. And yeah, most people do lines of colors, not just one color. So there's a group of so many colors, and a group of so many colors, and a group of so many colors, and they make a pattern. It's not as complicated a pattern as you can. Well, if you doing it for quite a long time, you can get it to make letters and other patterns. Um, the card weaving can be a lot more complex because it's either a triangle to a octagon. Although the more sides and the more holes, and the less likely you are to keep everything in line. But so most of them are squares, about 4 inches, hole in each corner, A, B, C, D, in the same order, and you thread threads through each of those holes. And you have one set of threads coming in this way and one set coming in this way. That keeps the threads balanced. And then you go forward and go backward, depending on your pattern. Well, y- your pattern, you have a pattern set in the colors going through each of the holes, but you can modify that with by how many times you turn forward, turn back, and whether you turn them all forward and then all back, or partially forward, partially back, go forward so many, come back less, or go forward less. Oh, okay. Yeah, come back more. Change the pattern up. You can switch the cards so that they're facing a different direction. And the really interesting thing is this was figured out in the Neolithic, and they had either very thin pieces of wood or or thicker pieces of leather, which means most of them don't grow up, survive. Um, Sometimes you get them in clay, depending on the skill of the potters in the area. And they're mostly used for trim to go around necks, sleeves, ties, um, belts. Um, um, so they're considered narrow work, narrow weaving, as opposed to a large loom, which is, yeah, larger weaving. Just, oh, sorry. I'm a long hauler. I'm also having a bit of an attack. Shall I put it that way? Started yesterday. Um, Felt like my throat had a large lump in it, and it eased until I was just coughing, and cough medicine helps. I have meds. Not much else you could do. Take the over the counter, take whatever eases the symptoms. Nap when it hurts. So anyway, I think this has been long enough for maybe I should just go to that. Nah. So I think I will end this here pretty quick. Um, yes, if you are doing any fiber craft to a high skill where you are making your own designs on the fly, you're designing things and making them to the your own specifications, you're probably an artist. And you should probably think about setting yourself up as one, and to remember that your work has worth and you have worth even if nobody else sees it. We find expression in these things. We express ourselves with these things, whether it's taking things that people don't see as useful anymore and making them useful, making them beautiful, telling a story with them. If your stuff tells stories, even if it's only a story you yourself understand, you're an artist. And I hope I'm not the first one to tell you this. And you are worth way more than you will ever know. So, with that, I think I'm going to make up a ending line. Hopefully, I'll remember it. So, to anybody who gets to see this in the future, have a good day. Keep calm. Read. Read widely. Read those things, those nonfiction things that your circle thinks are weird. You're not weird. You're wonderful. You might be weird, but you're a wonderful weird. And here comes the line. Keep it weird. There's far too much. Normal is a setting on a washing machine. Keep it weird.